For all the superior sales training, great listening and questioning skills, knowing how to read a client and respond appropriately, there is one trait that can rob us of our potential in any sales meeting, and that is fear. It's understandable. You've worked hard and you've waited patiently for this opportunity to meet with a new potential prospect. You are likely to have spent considerable time planning for this meeting, and you'll want to make a positive first impression. Add to this, if you've been introduced to meet a C-suite executive in an organization that your company has identified as a target client, let me tell you, all eyes are on you. Expectations have been set and judgments will be made. I know from asking many sales professionals, what do you love and what do you fear about selling? One of the biggest fears is not being seen as credible. When I dig a little deep on this, I find that fear is attached to not knowing the answers to the client's questions. It's about personal reputation. Now, if confidence is based upon staying within an area of expertise, for fear of not knowing the answer or not looking credible in the eyes of the client, then this changes the nature of the conversation. There is a tendency for sellers to steer the conversation back to their own comfort zone and talk about what they know about. This serves to limit the scope of the conversation, resulting in the client seeing them as a product seller, not someone as they would consult on wider transformational projects. This is even more exaggerated in professional services. The consultant does not want to be seen as a salesperson. Instead, they want to be seen as a trusted expert, and the idea of selling violates that position. But I would argue the process of selling is the process of building trust. The dilemma is with the concern with keeping their reputation intact rather than being able to show some vulnerability by exploring areas of the client's needs and wants that they may not have expertise in. This is very obvious to the client, and you end up remaining further down the selling pyramid as an information giver or problem solver. And when they have bigger problems to solve, they don't contact you, they contact somebody who they feel they could have a more expansive conversation with about their business issues. You see, true confidence, therefore, is being able to go into a meeting free of wanting to protect your own reputation, but rather being genuinely interested in the client's highest needs and challenges. You see, if you can help them solve these problems, then great. And if you can't, you may be able to recommend somebody you can. The fear is directly linked to being too attached to the outcome, too concerned about wanting to make a sale and get a result. Now, I'm not losing sight of the fact that at some point we need to win some work or sell your product or service, but paradoxically, the less you are concerned about this, the more you're likely to be successful. So my question for you is, next time you go into a client meeting, just steady yourself and ask yourself, what is my real focus here? What do you believe you're there to do? If you can genuinely focus on wanting to help others, demonstrate empathy when listening to their clients' issues, and have the confidence to ask insightful questions, you'll be doing them a great service. So turn your fear into confidence by being willing to say you don't know, and confident enough to say no to the client where appropriate. Buyers don't expect you to know all the answers, but they do expect someone who is willing to help them find those answers, and that's very different. And this is what the best do really, really well.